Hello everyone, this is Professor Robert Matos and today I'm presenting the second video for Unit 3 which include an introduction to the verbals that we're going to explain later on with detail in other videos and the participial phrases. Let's begin right away. Verbals we have three types. So we have the infinitive with the particle to, and we have the present participle and past participle. Some of them function as nouns. So we have the gerund, which is the ing form, and the gerund uh, it takes the functions of the nouns within the sentence. So they might become the subject, the object, and 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 so on. So here we have smoking is bad for health as an example. In this example, smoking is the subject of the sentence. In the second example, I don't like smoking in the dark. Dancing, I don't like dancing in the dark. Dancing is the direct object of the verb like. You see? The subject is I, don't like is the verb, and dancing is what I don't like. So it answers the question what. We also have infinitives as nouns in this type of sentences. When I say I want to talk to you, one thing is that the infinitives not only act as nouns, same as the different to the gerunds because the gerunds uh, are nouns, but the infinitives might be many other might take many other functions. Let's see. You can have gerunds as adjectives and adverbs. In these two examples, you see, she number one, she felt the need to call the doctor because of the strong headache. The need is a noun, but there's something to call characterizes the noun. So to call is functioning as an adjective because it affects the need. It answers the question what need or what type of need. Okay, she felt the need to call the doctor because of the strong headache. And in the second example, it is an adverb because it affects the verb prepared. Are all the students are prepared to take the test. So you see what they are prepared for to take the test. So to take is saying is affecting the verb prepared. Um, we have other verbals that function as adjectives and verb forms, which are the present participle and the past participle. Within the present participle, we have the ing form again, but in this case, we are not. Uh, they are not working as nouns. For example, this is an interesting book. Interesting book. Interesting is affecting book. And the second sentence, my sister is dancing bachata. Dancing is not affecting bachata at all. At all. But we might say yes because bachata is the direct object of dancing because dancing is an action, a verb that is here uh, in the present progressive tense. You see, my sister is dancing bachata. It is not an adjective nor a noun. In number two, the past participle, we have the in the first sentence we have an adjective. The fallen tree. It is characterizing the tree. You see, the fallen tree were remnants of the storm. But in the second sentence, you have a verb phrase where fallen is a verb, the main verb. Many trees have fallen due to the storm. You see, it's different. It is not an adjective here, but a verb. Let's continue. We have already covered this part of the on the participles and participial phrases, but we still have a couple of examples that are repeated or an extension of them. The baseball team is on a losing streak. Losing is affecting streak, so it is an adjective. The winded runner stopped to rest. Winded, tired. The tired runner is affecting runner. It is describing how the runner feels. And next, the fallen trees were remnants of a devastating storm. Both fallen and devastating are adjectives. Falling is affecting trees and devastating is affecting storms. You see? Um, what's the difference between a participle and a participial phrase? A participial phrase includes includes all the words accompanying the participle. Okay, look at the example. Preparing for the lunar eclipse, it includes not only preparing but all the other uh, particles affecting it. Preparing for what? For the lunar eclipse. For the lunar eclipse comes to say what they are preparing for. So it's part of the participial phrase. Preparing for the lunar eclipse, we set our alarm clocks. Next, the full moon suspended in the sky was brilliant. Suspended in the sky affects or describes the moon. Is an adjective, participial phrase. Badly needing help but delighted by the spectacle, we maintained our vigil. So in this case, these are two descriptions for we. They are also adjectives. One thing in the book is that it says that have and be can be used in participial phrases. And there are two examples they provide here. Having read about the eclipse, we were anxious to see it. So it says what situation we're dealing with. So it affects we. Next, we watched the moon being consumed by the shadow. Is it affecting we? No. It talks about the moon. It's describing the moon. They are also adjectives. See? So you can see that in general, when the participles are not acting as adjectives, they are part of a verb phrase. I have a couple of examples from newspapers here. The first one, I'm going to tell you only the first one. Define police unions, New York lawmakers ban chokeholds. That's what they did. New York lawmakers ban chokeholds. But why? By doing that, they were defying police unions. So defying police unions describes the New York lawmakers' attitude. You see? We still have others. Leaders in New York began to approve an expansive package of bills targeting police misconduct, despite long-standing opposition from law enforcement groups. Targeting police misconduct. Bills targeting police misconduct. Targeting targeting police misconduct. Targeting is affecting bills. Targeting police misconduct is affecting bills. And despite long-standing is affecting opposition. It's describing it. See? Next, let's see another. Fearing of an eventual crisis, the president, Donald Trump, opens a new debate on USA economic relations with China. So, fearing of an eventual crisis is describing President Donald Trump's attitude or feeling. So, now we have the exercises. And as always, I provide the response for the first item, which reads, the gathering clouds foretold a storm. Gathering is functioning as an adjective affecting the word cloud. So gathering is the uh, present participle affecting the word cloud. So you continue with the others, and then I'll provide the answer to this exercise so that you check and contrast your understanding, uh, and um, and that way we learn better. Thank you. I'll see you in another video. Thanks for watching.